Hello, good morning. I hope you've had a really good half term. And here we are with some work for Monday morning. Due Friday. I've got this to put on, possibly another lesson at some point as well, but definitely we're putting on the Knowledge Organiser test for the third attempt for you guys. Lesson today is about managing the challenges in Lagos, Nigeria. You've got two pieces of information, or one piece of information to go through and one to add your work in. I'm not going to make any apologies. You've had a week off. This is straight back into the specification, looking at the key things we need to know, but also testing your ability to do longer questions. Can you bugs the question? Can you box the key command words, the number of marks available? Can you go through, underline the key things that need to be done? And can you go through and spare that a second to plan what you're going to do around the exam question, preferably, but as we're doing it on Google, you can type it. I've seen some really good ways people have been doing it with highlighting or annotation underneath, and then tick it off when you've done it. Okay, that's key. That's really key. If we do this every time there's a long question, we generally get more marks. We generally do better. Okay, so there's a bit of practice on this today. Whilst we're going into the information, we're going to apply this information, hopefully using bug, P, and tick. First up here is a task about explaining why it's difficult for needs in urban areas to solve the challenge of traffic congestion as 6-mark questions. So we're saying 6 marks, 3 peels. Okay? Point, evidence, explain, link it back to the question 3 times. Okay, you can have 2 positive, 1 negative, 2 negative, 1 positive, whatever. But you need to think about reasons here, because the key term there is explain. And if you're explaining something, you've got to give reasons. You've got to say why. So you've got to use because. We've given you these heads up peel suggestions. Here's some nice pictures of Nigeria and Lagos. They've only got one bridge in and out of Lagos across the lagoon there. Maybe that limits the amount of traffic that can get across in each given time. Maybe because they're rapidly rising in population, there's more and more people, more and more cars, more and more traffic. So how do you control that? How can you control that? And maybe they haven't got the income that we've got or had before the virus to be able to build this infrastructure in place, like the bridge, like rail, like other alternatives. Okay, so think about those 3. Use those in your first task in your Google document here. Look, put it in here and type it up in there. Next up, we're looking at Makoko. We're looking at the floating school in Makoko, which was supposed to be the solution for everything. We'll look at what happened through this bit of the lesson. Look, they got floating, it's on pontoons, it's lovely, it's got classrooms, it's got solar cells, it's got roof terraces, it's perfect. Unfortunately, something happened. So watch those video clips and find out for yourself. No spoilers here. But then go on to evaluate the effectiveness of an urban planning strategy in helping to improve the quality of life for the urban poor. Now we're looking at, some of you were doing Moscow and other places as your case study for this. This is Lagos, Nigeria, case study for our lick or knee country. It's both, because it's lick and a knee. It's a 9-mark question. It's a massive question. So if you do this, have a break and come back to this lesson later on if you like. It's a second time during the week, maybe a bit later. But look, 9-mark question. It's evaluate. You've got to use your hands on this one. On the one hand, it was positive because of these reasons. On the other hand, it was negative because of these reasons. Always think social, economic, and environmental. Positive social, positive economic, positive environmental. Negative social, negative economic, negative environmental. You've got 3 good arguments on both sides and a summary at the bottom, which some of you are forgetting to do. I've made a comment on feedback for a lot of you. Make sure that final sentence answers the question again and summarizes it. Okay, so we got some slides here with some information to give you some planning from. Okay, so you've watched the videos, but here's some more information: social benefits, economic benefits, environmental benefits. And then there's some a spoiler there. I'm not going to tell you what it says there, number 5, but it starts with unfortunately. So have a go at that. That is a long one. Okay, it doesn't look big there, but it's a 9-marker. These 9 markers are going to make the difference between one grade and another. So make sure you can do them and practice doing them. Okay, I want to see them. Next up, that's back to there. So there's some starting ideas. There's some all further support there if you want to have a go. Second up is the Eco Atlantic development, which is on the coast just in Lagos Lagoon, they've built a brand new city, trying to attract lots of rich people, lots of tertiary service jobs like banking, finance, insurance. Get those highly paid people, those highly skilled people in, completely change Lagos. That's what it looks like. It's going really well. There's a video clip for you to watch there about it. And then the question there is about Echo Atlantic. What is it? Just tell us in 3 sentences. And then there's a task there. Assess this statement is the question, which is another evaluate long question, really. So it's again, on the one hand, on the other hand, what's good, what's bad about it. Okay, do that. Have a go at that. Hand those in for me, please. Make sure you hand them in. Relax, have an ice cream, enjoy the sunshine. You're there, hopefully.